What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. This is Reign of Horror, and I am your host, Nerd Cosa Nostra. Hope everyone is doing well today. Hope everyone is having a good evening and is getting ready for the rest of your week and upcoming weekend. Got some interesting tidbits to share with today's episode. Got some updates on a film from a very unlikely director and source. Never would have expected that we would be getting a horror film, found footage genre film from this individual. We do have a trailer that we will be taking a look at. So for all three stories today, we are fortunate enough to have trailers for all three. One of them is, we've talked about this on other episodes. We've talked about this where we've seen a lot of these public domain, old school Disney characters starting to be used for horror films. And we recently have talked about Popeye, we've talked about Mickey Mouse, Pinocchio, but we have another one. Another one is coming our way. There's been talks about this one for a minute now, but we finally have a trailer for it. And despite some pieces of the film that look kind of suspect, overall, I can maybe look past those parts of it, and definitely will be giving this one a chance. I am glad that this is one that is finally being tackled. I'm surprised it hasn't been tackled before or wasn't one of the first ones tackled. And then we are going to look at another film coming, a Korean horror film that I had, again, was completely off my radar and hadn't heard of it until recently. And once I heard of it, because as you all know, we cover all things horror related, all the subgenres. And one of the ones I find interesting, I don't want entertaining, might not be the right word, but I do find interesting are like the demonic possession, the exorcism ones, films around that. So I did come across a Korean exorcism horror film. Again, completely was flying under the radar, hadn't heard of it, and I just happened to come across an article that did give a trailer for it. Now, rightfully so, it's going to be subtitled, but still, I am glad to see some of this stuff making its way over to us on our side of the world, so to speak, to where we can partake in it, we can enjoy it, and see how other countries develop, produce horror films, right? I mean, we all kind of do it a bit differently. So we do have a trailer for that one as well. I am going to be excited to watch with you all, and obviously get your reactions. And please, if you have any reactions to the trailers, put a comment down in the comment section below. Let us know what you think about them. Do you plan on seeing them or not? So, and if you haven't done so already, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Definitely helps us out, and smash that like button. So we are going to get right into our first topic of the evening. And as I mentioned, if you've watched any reality TV in the past 10 to 15 years, you might just already see the individual's name. So, exclusive clip from JWoww's found footage horror movie Devon begins the investigation. So, for those of you who may not know who JWoww is, her first name is actually Jenny, and she is one of the original cast members from the TV show, reality show Jersey Shore. That was on for, I think, 6 or 7 years. The show ended, then her and Nicole, or Snooki, went on and did like a spin-off show for 2 or 3 years. That show then ended, and then they've somehow revitalized the Jersey Shore show, now following them all as adults, whether they're married, not married, have kids, out of that Jersey Shore lifestyle. So a very unlikely person that we would see coming to the genre, directing a horror film, nonetheless a found footage film. But either way, I know there's tons and tons of found footage film fans out there when it comes to the horror genre. So now we will have another one to add to the list. So let's get into the details a bit. And like I said, we do have a trailer for this one. It's a short teaser trailer, but nonetheless, we have a trailer, and I definitely think it's worth checking out. So we will be playing that here momentarily. So today marks the digital HD release of the found footage horror movie Devon, the featured directorial debut of Jersey Shore alum JWoww Farley. We have an exclusive sneak at the film this morning, a clip in which a character is being investigated, setting up the backstory to a terrifying mystery. Watch the clip below. So we'll get to that in a minute. I'll clarify what clip is below and what we'll be watching. In the film, quote, when a group of friends try to uncover the truth behind an unsolved disappearance, they unwittingly find themselves at the center of a terrifying mystery. And then it says, where you can find and pick up the film on these various digital platforms, but also you can also get it through Screenbox if you have a subscription to that as well. So this here is just a synopsis of the film. I'm not going to read through this because I don't want to spoil it really for anybody. That's why we have a trailer. We're going to watch the trailer. So unless they want to, get into this, especially if some of this isn't shown in the trailer. But it also goes on to talk about Jenny herself, like I mentioned, the Jersey Shore TV show that she's been on for many years. And she just gives a quote here. I am thrilled to be diving into the horror space alongside Cineverse and Screenbox, who have the industry and fandom knowledge to see that Devon lands in the hands of the right audience, said Farley. As a longtime reality TV veteran, I'm excited to kick off this new chapter in the horror movie genre and hope that Devon is just the beginning. So I'm a little perplexed on that statement, because this isn't. I hope she's not referring to found footage as a new chapter in the horror genre. It's not a new chapter. It's been around for a minute. I mean, we all know Blair Witch, the Blair Witch Project. 1999, 25 years ago. Found footage is not a new concept. It's becoming more of a used concept and subgenre within the broader horror genre, but it's definitely not something new for us who have been long time horror movie fans or horror TV show fans. Again, nothing new there. Now, if she's referring to her story being new or something different, we will see. I mean, we'll take a look at the trailer, and then when the film comes out, we will be checking out that film, doing a review of the film to see what's this new chapter she's referring to for the horror genre. So again, not much clarification on that. Then we get in, and that's where the article ends. And as you see here, we have a movie poster here, and then we just get into just various ads and advertisements and stuff. And then we have this official trailer here, and what the article is referring to was this clip. So this clip is just a minute long. We're not going to watch the clip. It's nothing exciting. It's just one of the characters looks like they're in an interrogation room, literally just being interrogated for 54 seconds. So not very exciting. So what we're going to do is we are going to jump over to the trailer, and we're going to check that out.
Five young adults have gone missing near the area of Rangeley, Pennsylvania, after responding to a random website. The website was seeking volunteers to help find clues about a missing child. And new video has just been released from the crime scene.
If anyone finds this tape,
The volunteer search team, William Edwards, Allison Roberts, Jared Stevens, Kat Rose, and Carly Carmichael had been missing for over a month, and little information is known on what happened to them. Reporting from Rangeley, Pennsylvania, I'm Kimberly Kravitz.
So, again, thoughts, What do we think, guys? I mean, are we thinking this is something, again, that we've been down this path before? Again, based on that quote in the article, we're saying something, a new chapter for the horror genre. I mean, they got some intense music playing, which most trailers do. They have some what appears to be some potential jump scares, but obviously a lot of dark corridors, dark hallways. We don't know what entity or villain or killer is stalking this search team of individuals, but I mean, we'll know soon. Like I said, it drops here in a couple weeks. So as I mentioned, we'll be checking it out for the channel and let you all know what we think about it, if we recommend it, if we don't recommend it. But again, like anything else, like I've always said, see it for yourself. We will see it. We will provide a review on it, spoiler and non-spoiler review. However, it's very subjective. And I've always said this: movies and TV shows are always going to be subjective. We may like something here at Reign of Horror, and you may not, and vice versa, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that, as long as we all give it an opportunity and a chance to win us over, and at the same time respect others' opinions if you, again, do or don't like something, right? So again, we'll check it out, but again, based on the trailer, based on the details of the article and what Jenny is saying, I don't know what's new. Again, unless it's the story, I'm not seeing anything new here thus far. But again, we'll see what it brings to the table. Hopefully it will bring something new for us to enjoy. So, all right, moving on to our next topic. So this is the one I was talking. So the next topic is the one I'm talking about, as far as finally, I'm surprised from a public domain perspective, no one's touched this one yet. So Disney meets Lovecraft and Lionsgate's The Little Mermaid horror movie exclusive trailer. So yes, we have a trailer. Yes, we are going to watch that trailer. I mean, just look at this first picture here. I mean, I can only assume this is the main character that's playing what they're calling the Little Mermaid. They obviously have the classic red hair, the classic blue eyes, but when you look at that look and those teeth, you can definitely tell this is not the same Little Mermaid that probably many of you grew up with or your kids have watched on TV or at the cinema. So following in the wake of Winnie the Pooh and Mickey Mouse getting their own horror movies, Hans Christian Andersen's The Little Mermaid is the next to get its own R-rated twist. Lionsgate's horror movie The Little Mermaid will release on digital outlets December 17th, which is roughly a month and 3 days from now. This has already been added to my pre-order list. I'm very interested in this one. Again, just based on this picture alone, I'm interested in it, just to see how far they can take this story or this character to a rated R perspective. So the film is rated R for language, violence, and nudity. Lionsgate previews beauty is deceiving and dangerous in this darkly fascinating twist on Hans Christian Andersen's tale. In the upcoming horror movie from director Lee Scott, quote, after archaeologist Dr. Eric Prince and his students uncover an ancient pagan temple in the depths of the Caribbean, Eric falls for a mysterious woman who resembles a mermaid he and his team encounter at sea. Quote, as their relationship intensifies, she leads Eric deeper into her evil underwater world until he must choose between true love and the destruction of all humanity. Okay, so now we have just some of the cast information, when The Little Mermaid was originally published and is now public domain. So we have the trailer. So we're going to get into this trailer right now and let's see what we all think about it.
We've discovered a temple.
This is an incantation against evil spirits.
We can be famous!
Where can I find this man?
A European woman wanting to sell some pieces. You may be the only person who can help. You know what they are.
An ancient sea god. Can you tell her that I'd like to meet with her?
Doctor.
Beautiful, mysterious.
I'm quite drawn to you.
What's that? Professor, you saw it? Whatever it was.
Mermaids are beautiful creatures.
They also lead unsuspecting men to their deaths.
Forgive my suspicions.
Suspicions?
Are you really accusing my new girlfriend of being a mermaid?
Why would you be suspicious of me? Driven by curiosity. The world will be as it was.
We have to stop her. The only way to stop the ancient evil by sacrificing a human.
You need to stop, okay? You're losing it. You still want to hang out with me after I called you a mermaid?
So what are we thinking, people? I mean, for a first go, for our first take on The Little Mermaid as a horror film and a rated R film, I'm down. I'll give it a try. I mean, and this was the one I was talking about at the beginning of the show, where some of the, whether it's CGI, special effects, what have you, look a little, obviously not big budget film. But again, we're talking about a horror film that's taking the Little Mermaid story and making it a rated R, not slasher, but kind of a gore film, right? So I'm not going to expect that they're going to throw a huge budget at this. However, this is how things get started, right? This is how franchises get started. This is how blockbusters end up happening, right? So we got to start somewhere, and I'm all for this. I've been wondering and waiting when someone was going to do The Little Mermaid, because we've seen Winnie the Pooh, Mickey Mouse. We're getting ready to see Popeye. We're getting ready to see Pinocchio. So I was just wondering when we would eventually get to this one, and obviously somebody did, and we're going to get it here soon, in the near future. I'm all in for this one. Again, this is a horror channel. I love horror movies. I'm willing to give this one a try. I'm hoping that what we saw in the trailer, though, is not kind of the best aspects when it comes to the horror or violence in the film. I don't think it will be. I think there's obviously a lot more that we're not seeing, just based on the fact it's getting an R rating and the fact of why it's getting an R rating. I think we come back down here, language, violence, and nudity. So obviously there's much that they're not showing in the trailer. And I'm okay with, if the story is, I don't want to say I want a poor story, but I'm also not going into this one expecting the greatest story I've ever seen on film. Now, if I turn out to be wrong and it is an amazing story, a great story, I'll come back and correct myself. But again, for the first time that many of these public domain characters are being looked at, I would imagine somewhere in the future this won't be the last time we see The Little Mermaid touched as far as a horror film or touched as a rated R film. I do expect that we will get more of that at some point. But again, we got to start somewhere, and based on what we've seen, I think this is a great start, and I can't wait to see this one. I'm definitely looking forward to it. And again, it comes out on December 17th, so we're just a month and a few days away before this one comes out. And again, as I mentioned on the last one, this one is on our list here at Reign of Horror. We will be viewing it, doing a review on it, and letting you all know what we think and whether or not we recommend it. But always make sure to check it out for yourself. But we will be checking this one out for sure. So, all right, moving on to our last topic for today's episode is Devil's Stay trailer. A dead heart resurrects in Korean exorcism horror from Exhuma producer. So this is the one I had also, again, I was mentioning at the beginning of the show tonight, where I had not heard of this film, had no idea about this film. It was completely under the radar. I just happened to come across something on a completely different site. Started Googling it, found this article that was just published a couple days ago, and it just so happened to also have a trailer. So I'm not gonna I apologize for my pronunciation of some of these names. It's not my intention to butcher some of these names here, so I will try my best to either shorten them or do my best to pronounce them. So before we get into the trailer, let's check out some of the details here. So Hyun Moon, Devil's Stay aims to break all exorcism horror rules. The official trailer and poster get creepy with a look at what happens after an exorcism has gone wrong and Catholicism won't save anyone. Well Go USA releases Devil's Stay in theaters on December 6th, 2024, which is just a few weeks away. As the poster's tagline explains, 3 days after the funeral, the dead heart awakens. Looks like we get into a synopsis of the film. Again, I don't necessarily want to read through that. I don't want that to spoil anything that may or may not be in the trailer. That's why I want to watch just the trailer. We have a list of the actors and actresses who are in the film. This film is a showbox presentation. Just says what it's associated with, so no details there. So let's just get right into the trailer here.
아니, 이게 무슨 일이야?
정간호사 말로는 개수술하고 아주 이상해졌다던데.
여보, 죽었다고.
범이가 나한테 얘기하잖아.
소미가 이식한 심장 어디서 난 겁니까?
너 무슨 짓을 한 거야? 말해!
Let's go. I am all for that one. That definitely looks good to me, especially that last bit with whether that was a big moth or spider. Couldn't really tell what it was, crawling its way out of her mouth. I like the way this was shot. Some of those scenes, how they were shot, it has that creepy, eerie feeling, especially what I would expect from an exorcism film, from a demonic possessed film. So I am of the three we've looked at tonight. This is a tough one. I mean, Devon would be number 3. Devon's number 3 because again, we found footage isn't anything new. I don't know what the director is saying, how this is going to change anything, or how this will be a new chapter to horror. So just based on the limited information we know about that one, that's number 3. Now, when it comes to Little Mermaid and Devil's Stay, I'm gonna have to go with Devil's Stay. I'm the one I'm most excited about of these 3, and then Little Mermaid's it's a close one though. It's in second, but it's very neck and neck. But Devil's Stay of these 3 is the one I would say I'm gonna see that one first, then Little Mermaid, then Devon. But we'll see them all, and we will review them all. But I think this one looks pretty good. This one looks pretty epic. So let me know what you think in the comments, which ones you might be wanting to see, which ones you might check out, or if you may say, yeah, none of them look good to me, I'm not going to see any of them. I'll wait for it to come out like on a streaming platform for free that I already have. So let us know in the comment section. All right, everyone, that's going to do it for today's episode. Again, just a quick some quick ones that we were wanting to review tonight. Again, some trailers that we wanted to kind of go through, get your reactions, take a little bit deeper look at them. Again, I'm excited for all 3 of the films. I'm less excited for Devon, but nonetheless, I'm still excited to see what the film's going to be about. Again, it's one more horror film to the catalog. Definitely excited for Little Mermaid because, again, as I mentioned, I'm just glad that we're finally getting a R-rated version of this to see what it can be like as an R-rated version. But again, Devil's Stay looks to be the best of this lot for sure. But again, I like the exorcism, the demonic possession subgenre of horror is up there as one of my favorites. Like, again, I know found footage is a favorite for many people as well, right? We each have our own likes and dislikes. But again, I don't like, it's not that I dislike found footage, it's just this one just doesn't seem to be grabbing me, my attention, pulling me in, so to speak, like the other two are. So anyways, thank you everyone for joining me for tonight's episode. It is greatly appreciated. And if you haven't done so already, again, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel and smash that like button. And it definitely does help out the channel. And again, if you have any perspectives, anything you would like to see from the show in the future, drop a comment in the comment section. We definitely check those out and do our best to respond to everyone. So again, thank you for joining me tonight, and I hope everyone has a good one, and we will see you at the next one. Peace.